All right. I had to take a couple days off, and looks like I missed out on something here. The fighter pilot was busted. I think Salty did a video on this, but I do have some extra information for you guys if you want to take a look at this. So if you haven't seen it yet.
One part of the war that we've gotten very little insight into is the battle for the skies, for air superiority. That's why it's important, we think, you hear from the man I spoke with just before airtime. He's currently a fighter pilot in the Ukrainian Air Force.
Oh, is he? Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Dude is wearing like a freaking motorcycle helmet. He's got a beard, full beard and mustache. I don't know how he's gonna wear the air masks, but oh well.
The radar units, they're just giving me the information about targets, and I'm taking off and intercepting these threats.
Totally not. Well, I mean, I don't know. It could be a Ukrainian accent. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. I think it's someone who's trying for a Ukrainian accent. It sounds a little more like the Swedish accent. Sounds a little more like this. He calls himself Juice. Don't you hate when the Juice pulls this kind of stuff off? Oh, goodness. So we have Kiev 2.0. And I don't think it got ratioed. Now, not many people bought into it. It had 200 likes. I thought CNN, that has almost 60 million followers, would have probably gotten a little bit more than that in the past week or so that this has been up. Well, 5 days, whatever. One thing I wanted to point out, though. Take a look. Take a look at this. So there are many people that are saying it's fake, okay? And in those comments, look who I found. One Olena Tregub. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name or not, but she says, no, it's real. CNN verified identity or a pilot. I know. Okay, well, who are you to know? Who are you to know? Head of Defense Anti-Corruption Commission, NATO, ex-Ministry of Economy, expert on Ukraine's defense industry, Euro-Atlantic integration, defense reform. Well, she's got quite a resume. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, no one bought it in the chat, but one thing I noticed there, she's actually part of the Atlantic Council. Now, if you don't know much about the Atlantic Council, these are people that, much like the Council on Foreign Relations is another good example of that kind of stuff. You should look into it, because these guys are heavily part of this whole building back better and all that stuff. I'll have the link for this one in, but let's go to her LinkedIn, because there's a whole lot more to this than what you think. First off, she's with Hromadske. And if you didn't see the video that I did on CIA in Ukraine, Hromadske was funded by the Netherlands Embassy. I think it was Netherlands. It was either Netherlands or UK. U.S. Embassy and the George Soros International Renaissance Foundation. So, yeah, that's these are the guys that popped up right before the Color Revolution, the coup d'etat that happened in Ukraine in 2014. And yada, yada, yada. She's just talking about herself here. Not a huge deal, but let's keep going down. So, yeah, Millennium Fellow in the Atlantic Council. Who else is she with? Who else? Who else do we got there? Ukraine Forum. Oh, looks like I missed it. I missed it somewhere. Oh, I was going to try and make it like a little quick little thing. Hold on. There you go. World Economic Forum member, January 2011. And she's been a journalist, prostitute, before that. And I think she also did some civic activism that she says in a lot of this stuff. Very interesting stuff. So, of course, she thinks she has the authority to just say, oh, she knows. She knows. They're totally telling the truth. Apparently, she worked with Kiev Post. Here's a Kiev Post article that she did. She also worked with the New York Times. Yeah, so she comes in here shilling and saying, no need to ask any questions, Fwen. I know. But then we got Reddit as well that has just slurped up this story. Hold on. The juice must flow. Godspeed, sir. Now, I never expect Reddit to be any more than about 30% human. I'd say a lot of them are bots, and then the rest of them are the ones that just see the majority of people that are going along with one thing and then just say the exact same thing. But one thing I did want to point out, yeah, here we go. All right, so we get someone saying, how's his oxygen mask supposed to seal up and work with a beard like that? Alpha Monkey says, doesn't seal, just pumps a ton of oxygen into your face, making it easier to breathe. 12 upvotes for that, because the brilliant people over at Our Ukraine. Someone says, yes, it's supposed to seal against your skin, or it won't work, especially at 40,000 feet. The gaps a beard the gaps that a beard causes between the skin and the mask seal will cause most of the O2 to flow past your cheeks and chin instead of being breathed in. It also will greatly reduce the endurance of the onboard oxygen bottle, since a lot of it would be wasted instead of being breathed. Source, I was trained to use one as a flight mechanic who rode the cockpit jump seat on missions. And then, no response, just downvotes. Just downvotes. No one's mentioning. And then you got some other responses to his first question on that. I think he's probably not operating at altitudes that need supplemental oxygen. Cabins pressurized. These people. Fear the Jews. Kick names and take ass, sir. Anyways, that's the good old internet for you. Basically, we are heading one more step closer to 1984 zone. But might as well have a laugh while doing it. This is the fakest looking thing I've ever seen. But you know what? What do you expect from someone like Anderson Cooper, who did his internships at the CIA and is a son of the Vanderbilts?
What does the Air Force need? Obviously, President Zelensky has talked a lot about trying to close the skies. That involves both Russian aircraft, but of course also Russian ballistic missiles, artillery, things which are doing great damage to buildings and communities across Ukraine.
Yeah, so maybe about 90% of damage of destructions in our cities, it's an aviation and missiles, both of cruise missiles and ballistic missiles.
Yes, lots of damage, You need to give us more money. All right, enough of this stuff. I think you get the point. This right here is a little bit of a hack job. I got all the links down below if you want to take a look, and we will see you on the next one.